Let's try to understand what is bot. Simply put, bot is actually a software that performs an automated task. A user gives a command or asks a question, and the software responds with an appropriate answer. So the bot basically has a capability to understand what a human is asking and interpreting it in a right way. These days, you might often hear a buzzword called CaaP, or also known as a conversation as a platform. If you remember Alan Turing, who is a father of computer science, he came up with imitation game where an interrogator asks a bunch of questions, and on the other side an entity answers those questions, and the interrogator has to determine whether that entity is a human being or a computer. Over the years, and this test is called a Turing test, and over the years the ability for a human to determine whether the entity on the other side who's answering the question is a human being or a computer has gone down significantly. Basically, in other words, it means that the bots have become more and more intelligent. You might have heard several news articles about the Deep Blue and Watson. So Deep Blue is the IBM's bot platform where the computer actually defeated Gary Kasparov, who's a world champion at chess, at his own game. Also, IBM Watson has defeated a couple of champions in the Jeopardy game. So this is basically indicating that the bots are becoming more and more intelligent over the number of years. You might have also heard about Siri, Alexa, and other chatbots like Cortana, which have capability of understanding some human commands and responding them in the right fashion. I use Siri often to set my alarm clock and understand the different commands for the same question, like hey Siri, set alarm at 6 o'clock, or hey Siri, wake me up at 6 a.m., wake me up at 10 a.m., and things like that. Alexa is also a similar platform from Amazon. I use Alexa a lot to play the songs of my own choice without even touching the computer. Just asking a question and Alexa responds with the right songs, also plays right radio stations. So as you can see, the conversation as a platform is becoming more and more common these days. Artificial intelligence or AI advances are making bot understand better. Advances in natural language processing have made bot almost similar to human beings where they can interpret different sentences about the same task more intelligently these days. Let's talk about Slackbot specifically. Slackbot is basically a bot embedded within a Slack application. One of my favorite things about Slack is it's an extensible platform. You can extend the functionality of Slack platform by adding features that are specific to your organization. It provides smart answers on certain questions like team events, weather, and code statistics, which might be specific to your organization. It extends Slack capabilities as I talked about it earlier, and anyone can write a Slack bot. You can write a Slack bot in Python, or you can write Slack bot in node.js using JavaScript. Let's look at some examples. So I have already created a Slack bot called FunBot that can answer some interesting questions about certain things. For example, I want to I want I've created a Slack bot called FunBot and I added three capabilities, one for drawing chat, one for showing GitHub stats, and one for showing team events on the team calendar. So let's take an example. This is a command for FunBot, which is I'm telling FunBot to draw a chart which is of type pi, and these are the data points and these are the legends. Let's see how bot responds. So as you can see, the bot responds with a nice pie chart. We could also ask him to display some other type of chart. Let's say instead of pi, I want it to draw a line chart. So it draws a line chart. Another answer is showing the GitHub stats. So it is showing me the top 5 contributors for the Facebook React GitHub repo, and then it is also showing the team events. So these are some interesting capabilities that I have added in the Slackbot. In the subsequent lectures, I will show you in detail the code and how I integrated the code with the Slackbot that you can also easily add.